See if we can jump it. Can you do it?
If you want to see more of our custom pit cart build footage, I will plug that in at the end of today's video. Real quick, right here, dreaminbig.com, drmnbg.com, Facebook, Instagram, I think they're even on Twitter. They've got a wide selection of clothing and apparel, hoodies, hats, shorts, all the good stuff. Go check them out real quick, guys. Let's dive right into what we're going to be working on today, which is the first phase of our turbo build for our 5.3 LS swapped Z28 Camaro. First things first, went ahead and bought some turbo manifolds for it. So today I'm going to be tearing off the Speed Engineering LS swap headers that I bought for this car. They worked amazing, they're in great shape, but we're going to have to yank them off to get our turbo manifolds put on. And yeah, let me show you the kit that I bought from Speedway Motors, and then we're going to jack the car up, take the whole exhaust kit off, and start our install on these. So let's get to it. Another real quick update on our build here. Some things kind of changed a little bit. Now the turbo kit has definitely happened. I've got the turbo, I've got the exhaust manifolds, but the strategy for the build has changed a little bit, and it kind of goes back to the original strategy I've had with this car the whole time. And that is, you know, it's a progressive build. I'm not made of money. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, obviously. I work a full-time job, and this is just kind of a hobby that I do for fun. I try and do videos with some informative footage to help you guys out with your builds. And so with that being said, the reason why at this point the only thing I've bought is this manifold kit is I thought it was affordable. It's a full kit. It has the crossover from the driver's side to the passenger side, and then an outlet out the front, and we can build from there. Racing season is coming up soon, and if I can't get this kit done by then, I can still run an exhaust pipe to a fender exit off of this output, route it out the side, and I still have a car I can take to the races. So I'm going to try and keep the car available to still run, and I can still take it to the track for races, for bracket racing and all that. Alright, so as you can see, here is our manifold kit. I ended up buying this from Speedway Motors. It seemed like a pretty decent price in comparison to everything else out there. It came with the driver's side manifold, real thick cast. Still has, looks like it has some nice flow to it. This is a little over 2 1/8 output on this one. The ports are about 1.5 inches each. And then we have the passenger side that this would be the rear of the engine, this would face the front, and then there would be a crossover tube going from the driver's side that will come over here and couple to the passenger side. This has a long port for the exhaust coming over here, and they actually Y together. Actually, all three of these Y together right here, which I think, if I'm thinking of this correctly, could have a I don't know if it's a Venturi effect would be the right thing to say, but everything should come together nicely, flow well to a, I believe this is 2 3/4 output on here. Yeah, 2 3/4 opening. I think it's a 3-inch band, V band on here, 2.5 here and here. And then here is the crossover pipe that came with the kit. This part number 8514 HKR is the one set up for my Turbo 400. They make all kinds of different, depending on what transmission you have. There is one for the 4L60, 4L80, which would be 8515. 8516 would be for a T56, 6L80. Yeah, so Hooker makes these nice kits. This piece is a lot thinner. Nice mandrel bent and everything, it looks like. We'll definitely be putting header wrap on this. We might even be wrapping the other one. Comes with all the clamps, hardware. The only thing it doesn't come with is gaskets, which is kind of annoying considering the price of this kit, but not a big deal. We're going to go ahead and get everything mocked up today. We'll use the gaskets that are already in the car just to snug down our bolts, make sure our crossover is going to fit, check fitment, and then we'll know where our output's going to be for our flange here so we can build off to the turbo or build to a temporary fender exit so that we can keep the car mobile for the time being until we can get all the pieces put together. So, okay, passenger side, had to yank the dipstick out. And then I went ahead and dropped the starter and just kind of let it hang. I got one more bolt to take out here. I already yanked the gasket. I slid this loose and figured out I really need to take the starter out. Maybe even more. Still looks like we're caught on the flange of the transmission. I don't remember how I got these in here. That was a long time ago. There is the passenger side. In pretty good shape yet. A little discoloration, but nothing big. Definitely sooty inside. I'm curious too, if you ever wonder, you see this goofy scale that I've got in here. Always weighing stuff to see. About 10 pounds. That's what that weighs. My only complaint with these hooker headers is these two things alone weigh 42 pounds. Right now, one Speed Engineering header, 10 pounds. Oh, and this ended up coming out the bottom. I was trying to get it out the top and I ended up just going rip and it dropped right out the bottom. So now I gotta do the driver's side, which maybe it'll go out the bottom too. And then we'll be ready to put our turbo manifolds on. Got the driver's side header out, it also came out the bottom. Wasn't a huge deal. I should have removed the spark plugs. I didn't. I had the header get wedged. I let go of it for a second. It fell, ended up cracking one of the porcelain sleeves on one of my spark plugs, but they need replaced anyway. But here it is. It's out. All right, guys. Well, I got the new manifolds on the car. I didn't have the camera rolling for that, but honestly, putting those back on was easier than taking the old ones off. I am super impressed with the way these things fit. Driver's side slipped right in from the top with no issue. I was able, actually I even have the gaskets in there. I got just a couple bolts tightened up because I'm just checking for fitment as of right now. Got that one set in. That took minutes. Came over here to the passenger side, slid this one in from the top, and there are absolutely no clearance issues. This is still the factory 5.3 truck water pump even. It's got a heat shield on there. Dirty Dingo motor mounts. I mean, the clearance is perfect everywhere. My lower radiator hose, no clearance issues. And you can see the output of where that's going to be now. So we've got all kinds of room to route wherever we want. This line right here is one of my training cooler lines that was on the car when I got it. Those are actually going to get rerouted to an electric fan in the rear because my cooler up front is going to get moved because of the turbo setup that's going in here. So, like, the hardest part was probably the crossover pipe. A, laying under the car, and B, holding the pipe while getting that clamp set. If you've ever done V-band clamps, then you know that they can be kind of tricky. Sometimes you need 3 hands to get them set up, but there's zero clearance issue there. And then if we crawl underneath here, I slid this side on and the other side lined up perfect. You can see height-wise, not too bad. It could be tucked up just a little bit higher, but if you actually had the shield on for the flywheel, I think you would need that extra clearance. Either way, this sits up higher than my old exhaust did. So it's probably about the same as the K-member in the front. You can see my starter's still hanging. These are my training cooler lines that will get rerouted. Those are in the way, but that's not something factory. Real easy fix there. So as you can see, everything fit great. The other side's lined up right. So again, overall, super happy with the way the install went. Everything fit perfect. I'm actually really excited now. You know, every now and then you buy parts and they're just, I've had like cheap headers before on different vehicles that the bolt holes don't line up right and they can be just a nightmare. This took 20 minutes, no joke. That's awesome. I love it when things work the way they're supposed to. So I'm gonna give hooker headers an A+ on that design. Those things fit flawlessly with my Turbo 400. Also got to give a shout out to Speed Engineering. The headers that came off the car, did a full season of drag racing with those. They're in almost perfect condition still, just some discoloring is all, which isn't a big deal. So we're gonna hang on to those maybe for a future build on something else. Other than that, that's gonna be it. Here's some extra golf cart footage of us jumping snowbanks and stuff like that with it. So with all that being said, dadgummit, stay good. We'll see you later. reverse is nice.
Yeah. I almost lost the GoPro.
Oh, brakes don't work super good.
Oh. Woo. Yeah.
Chain skipping. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, the tires rubbed so bad. We're gonna have to do something about that. Cause it rubs right here.
Oh, the snow that gets in there too.
Yeah, it's from me going over those snow piles. Yeah, so it's rubbing on the body right there. I don't know how we're gonna solve that. We might have to get smaller tires, man. Get some torque back. And I'm guessing, yeah, we stretched that a little bit. Other than that,
That's awesome.
other than that, it worked really good. Yeah, there's all kinds of snow in here now.
Hit that.
And we should probably find a way to latch the body down too, so when I jump it like that again.
Oh, I got an idea. Handles.
Handles? Oh yeah, we need some handlebars for the passenger. Yeah, I think the rear tires are rubbing right in here somewhere. You can hear it go wah, wah, wah. All in all though, I'd call it a success. I don't see anything broken. Got some adjusting to do, but that's about it.